Any new thing that you want to do, like upskilling, take a short course, do like a Udemy course, get like a certification, just to also help yourself understand these changes. AI is very accessible. It's so easily accessible, and it's also easy to like make a mistake or do something wrong with AI, especially if you're not using it responsibly.
A mentor back then that used to say, if you cannot explain something like explaining to a 5-year-old, you also don't understand.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Nomfundo Ndala. It is your favorite Tech Sisters, a platform where we aim to empower, encourage, and share knowledge one episode at a time. And you already know I don't go solo.
Hi everyone, I am Tobeka Shabalala.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome back. So today we have an interesting guest. Ooh. We have a guest. Her name is, I call her Ole. I saved her as Ole. But maybe just tell us about yourself. Tell the people who you are. And yeah, a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm so excited. But I am OLEBOGEng Letshwithi.
Okay.
And what do you want to know?
What did you eat for breakfast?
Aika.
I had a Danish.
A what?
A Danish.
Fancy.
What's a Danish?
It's a pastry.
Yo.
Oh, when yes.
Yes.
Okay, she had a Danish. Now I know. And I'm going to use it on my next date. I had a Danish. Okay. All right. So maybe just like tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into the tech industry?
Okay, it's kind of a long story.
Okay.
But I studied BSc Mathematical Statistics at the University of Pretoria.
Okay.
Which was something I didn't know what it was going to be, but then it turned out to be great.
Yeah.
And then that's essentially how I got into the tech space. So I think like with the research going into like, what can I do with this degree? Because you could do like so many things. But at that point when I started like studying, I had no idea like what coding was. I always tell the story that like in my first practical where I had course 132, which was like a C++ kind of thing, the practical was literally to print hello world.
Okay.
And I almost cried in that practical because I was like, how do I do that? But I think after that, I started like liking coding. You know, it was like such a cool thing. And I was like, actually, you know what? I want to be a data scientist or a data analyst. And then
Okay.
I'm here now.
Interesting. And how did you know about the course itself? Because I think a lot of times people are exposed to careers such as, especially in high school, and this is like from a township perspective, you'd be exposed to careers like nursing and become a doctor and a lawyer, you know, like very surface level, but no one comes and says, go study statistics or go study. Because I remember the last time someone told me to go and study statistics was when there was a career that was trending, actual science then. And I had been told you'll make a lot of money, so go study that. So how did you know about the course?
So I think, to be honest, it wasn't like set in stone that, you know what, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
I always wanted to be like a doctor. I had like 4 professions that I wanted to be like an ophthalmologist, dermatologist, or optometrist.
Okay.
Or like something, you know, but it was more of like a medicine, like growing up, doing that, everything. I want to be a doctor until like grade 11, where I honestly didn't like physics that much.
Okay.
But maths was like my number one thing. So like maths, give me anything. So I think in terms of like when I was applying, I applied to like literally 10 universities because I just wanted to leave home. Not in a bad way. I was like, I am not here next year. I'm gone.
Yeah.
So I applied to like 10 universities, and I think the least of them were then like the medicine careers.
Okay.
And then after that, I was like, what can I do with maths? And then I know like in maths also, I just loved like the stats part. So I was like, there's something called mathematical statistics. Well, in like, what can I study that has maths, you know? And so and then I got into that.
Okay.
You know.
And then you spoke that you then chose data scientist as a career. How did you know about the career data science?
So it was more of like trying to now I'm here, I'm doing this math stat stuff. So it was more like a research kind of thing.
Okay,
So it was kind of like, what can I do? I don't think I want to be a statistician,
Okay.
or but what else is there? Do I now just sit here, do my honors, master's, PhD, and become a lecturer, or what else can I do? And that's where I found data scientist, data science. Yeah, and I in like my first year after all this happened, I did this thing. I had like a note, like a sticky note that I put like on my wall, and it said "Hello, data scientist" every day. 'Cause,
Okay.
I needed that. Varsity was hard.
Nice.
Interesting.
Now, take us through a day in your life as a data scientist.
Which day?
Every
Any
day.
day. So
Days when
pretend
stuff is not
there's
funny.
someone out there watching who wants to get into the career. What are they going to be doing on a day to day? But maybe the generic, like, because for example, as a software engineer, we're doing stand up, we're doing this, like something to that effect.
Yeah. So on a daily basis, or on a random day. Let me say a random day, because the days are not like uniform. But
Okay.
on a random day, you'd like do some monitoring. So we do have like models that are like running. So we do like monitoring, and then just to see if the model's still doing what it needs to do. And then we also do some data analytics, like if there is a shortfall or like something we see, like there's a trend drop or something. So mostly like investigations, trying to see where is the problem, why isn't this like aligning the way we need it to align, and those kind of stuff. So, yeah, so a lot of monitoring on a daily basis, and some analysis and investigations. Sometimes maybe frying your brain, but yeah.
So you're basically looking at screens with graphs, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
exactly that.
Okay.
Interesting. And what tools and technologies do you use and work with a lot? Like what languages?
So we work primarily right now. I work with SAS, and then now DAX and Power BI, because
Okay.
just to make the graphs
Yeah.
and the lines look pretty. So SAS and DAX,
Okay.
Excel.
Okay.
Just for like those ad hoc investigations, just like something simple that you need to do. We also use Python.
Okay.
So for the models that get like deployed, then that's like Python.
Okay.
And what would you say are the core skills, or the I don't know if it's basic or core skills that one needs? Because obviously you studied the math side of things. Is that a must? And what else? What other core skills should I have if I wanted to be a data scientist?
What is a core skill?
Like the proper skills to say,
These are a must. You should have these skills to be a data scientist.
I think critical thinking is one of the most important skills you need to have.
So you can't be dumb.
Hi.
Well, no, you
interesting
can't. I
thoughts,
would like to
one.
say I have. Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, am I dumb? But I think critical thinking, a lot of thinking goes into it, honestly, above and beyond like the being able to get the syntax correct.
Okay.
Because I feel like coding, you can always learn. So trying to also tell a story. Because there is a lot of data, but you can't just like give a table and say, okay, this is the data that I have now. It's more of telling a story with like the data. So understanding, analysis as well.
Okay.
I think analysis, critical thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
And now there's a trend of people trying to get into the tech industry without going to varsity, and getting the degree, because for many reasons, maybe someone did get a degree back then, but it wasn't for that qualification, or maybe people don't really afford to go to varsity, but they are interested in data science. Is it a career that you think someone can learn at home and upskill themselves, or just like learn via online, YouTube, whatever, and get into the course and thrive?
I think it is possible,
Yeah.
but it's not like, what do I call it? It's not like an everyday kind of thing that can happen.
Okay.
It can be like a drop in the, not in the ocean, 'cause
Probably in the
more-
sea.
but in like a river, like
Okay.
a river smaller than that. So it's like a drop, But I think if you like upskill or like starting, if you really don't have the opportunity to like go to varsity, but have the opportunity to learn in a different way, you can also build like a portfolio or something just to show that I've tried this, I've done this, and this is what I think I can offer based on like what you need. So it can happen, but it's not like a normal thing that will like always happen and something like that. So it's like an extraordinary kind of like thing. It's like,
Okay.
No, makes sense. And then for yourself, right? Obviously, or even for those who maybe decide to choose a different route other than varsity, what are ways that you can keep up to date with the technology that goes into data science as a career? Because tech in itself is always changing in any case. So what are the ways that people can keep upskilled, and also maybe you can share your ways that you have kept upskilled in this career?
I think in terms of like upskilling, I'd always recommend like a short course.
Okay.
Or like these online courses like your Udemy. They have a lot of courses that also relate to like the changes that are happening. Take like AI for an example. Like it wasn't like that big of a thing 10 years ago. But if you were in the field 10 years ago and right now you don't want to do something in like AI, you end up like Motorola. Because like it's always gonna be, and I think like my team also like echoes this. It's always about like upskilling yourself in everything, any new thing that you want to do. Like upskilling, take a short course, do like a Udemy course, get like a certification, just to also help yourself understand these changes. Because AI is very accessible. It's so easily accessible, and it's also easy to like make a mistake or do something wrong with AI, especially if you're not using it responsibly. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I think that I don't know, from a when I switched careers, right, from software development, and then I started doing like a little bit of data, I found it so weird that like there's no business analyst, right? Sometimes, but I think I've seen it like in most times, to go and say, okay, here's a requirements document for you. Then it feels as if you, as the data scientist / data analyst / data engineer / whatever, have to go and get the requirements yourself, and then again present the findings to business or people who aren't as technical. And I used to find it frustrating because switching from a career where I know, okay, I'm sitting and all I have to do is wait for a BRD. And if there's no BRD, I'm not working, I'm not doing it. Versus here, it's just like, okay, we need this, we need the change. We need to change the rules. We need to apply a change. And it's just like, okay, where's the document? I bet you on Thursday I was in a meeting and I said, do you guys have this in a document? And the guy said, no, we don't. And like, so I must remember all the things you're telling me now. And I'm like, okay, so and I have to document it myself so that I can remember. But I don't know if you deal with the same, but because I'm pretty sure that you do have to explain your findings or issues to people who aren't as technical. And how do you bridge that gap to say, because maybe you want to speak in Python terms and say the model is failing because the llama is 15% off. But how do you explain it, or how do you bridge that gap to someone who's not technical, to say, for someone at home to learn the skill to say, this is how I would deal with the situation?
That's a good one, because I feel like I'm still like learning how to do that. Because it's very, especially because like we are very technical.
Yes.
And then sometimes we help provide insights for like decision makers, which are people that are not always technical.
Technical, yes.
So storytelling.
Okay.
So I think it's like a thing of like, I don't want to say we work with a lot of analogies,
Okay.
but it's trying to make sure that the way you understand the data, tell it to someone that is like so new. Okay. So I started to like practice. So how I tried to like learn this was I would ask myself, if I was to explain to my grandmother what a data scientist is, what will I say? So it follows like literally that, because I'd just say it's like we see the future or try to tell people what is going to happen in the future. So that's like my layman's term of like data scientist.
Okay.
So I think it goes to, as much as like a lot of stuff that we do is technical, it goes to what story are you trying to tell? So if you put anything in like a story of like, this is the data that I've seen, and what this data means is that.
Okay.
And then what this data is providing you is that. So this data is trying to tell you that if this goes down, then the business is going down. So it's more of like storytelling in terms of presenting your insights. Because if I present to my manager, I'll say, okay, no, I had this error because you know what, this whatever is happening, I cannot think of a scenario right now.
Yes.
But I would be more technical with her because she knows what's happening. But if it's someone like outside our team or like from the business segment or whatever, then it has to be in a story.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's the best thing I've seen work.
I don't know. I'm struggling with it because, and I don't know if maybe I'm still new in this environment, but I'm just like, I'm struggling, man, because I just want to say, okay, the if statement says this,
Therefore.
and you know, it's giving us a 0 because of this, and I don't know why, but the if statement is not behaving. Now it's just like, but why? I also don't know. And I had a mentor back then that used to say, if you cannot explain something like explaining to a 5-year-old, you also don't understand.
Yeah.
So I was like, I also don't understand. So both of us now don't understand. Okay.
And you spoke of your boss being female.
So did I. Yeah.
What has been your experience been? What has your experience been like as a woman in data science? Have you seen is your space male dominated, firstly? And if so, what has been your experience? If not, in general, what has been your experience as a woman in the tech space?
So let me just put it out here. I've been here for like 1 year, 10 months now.
Okay.
So it hasn't been like a lot to see.
All right.
But my team specifically is not like male dominated.
Okay.
If I could say
Yeah.
more of like a balance, maybe like leaning towards the females. But I think so far my experience hasn't had like, it has been great. You know, I haven't like seen anything that would like try to like, I don't think I like that. So it's been like a good experience, you know. So yeah, it's just been good. Like even the guys in my team are like great. So it's like we're like family.
Awesome.
I'm noticing, I'm not gonna say, well, this is not like facts or stats, but an observation of every time, because tech in general still is a male dominated space, but obviously we see more women coming into the space, and of course that's what we want, you know, gender equality. But I'm seeing that there's more females on the data side than men. So I feel, because my team also, there's more women than, and this is not stats, I could be wrong, just observation of like, okay, I think women are dominating on the data science, data analytics, quantitative analytics side, the stats and whatnot. Okay. And then software development, that side is, you know, DevOps, cloud is still male dominated. And I don't know if this, because maybe with people coming into the space, the trend is data, and the courses and the jobs are more, there's more data jobs, I think, than software related jobs. But I could be wrong. It's just an observation.
Yeah, it's not fact. I think I've also observed that there are certain careers in tech that have more female.
Yes.
For example, I'll speak from a SDLC. Business analysis has mostly been female dominated from my observation. Architect is still very male dominated. Software development still very male dominated. Yeah. It's changing, but very slow. Cybersecurity seems to be female as well. Yeah. Seems to be female as well. And obviously data science, data analytics and science, as you mentioned. But yeah, even the boot camps are kind of pushing people toward that direction because
Yes.
the language they're learning is Python first.
Yeah. Then you
before-
can be, if you learn Python, you could fall into data and software. But I think that people are leaning into data more.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so speaking of, women and stuff like that, have you ever maybe you have, but have you ever faced imposter syndrome? Feeling like, I don't even deserve to be here. I don't know anything. I should not be here. And how do you deal with that feeling? Because I get it every day.
Yeah. Is that the story of my life? Imposter syndrome gets you.
Yeah.
At the least point you need it to be there, that's when it comes. So I do experience it here. And it's tough. It's tough, but I think one thing that gets me back into like I actually deserve to be here is because when I graduated, after I graduated, I applied to one great grad program.
Okay.
One. And so it was between this grad program and doing my honors.
Okay.
So I think that's one thing that always helps me to come back and say, you do actually deserve to be here. This, there is no way you're not supposed to be here. So I think, because, you make a lot of mistakes, especially when you're still new and working, I don't think that's how things are done. But then you realize that also later, and then it's a thing of maybe I'm not supposed to be here, but I am actually supposed to be here because I literally applied to one spot.
And you got
I don't know what I was testing,
Yeah.
but it worked. So please, I do not advise to do it. But, I did it and then that's what it was. So that always takes me back to be you know what, you actually deserve to be here.
Yeah.
There's potential. You just need to realize where it is.
Wow. Just you apply to one without knowing whether you will get in, but it's you are in. Wow.
So I think what I'm hearing you say is that you always remember what happened before to push you forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think that's a good hack because you mentioned when we asked core skills that you would require, and you said critical thinking. And I think just being in that role itself is just I'm not dumb. There's no way I could have studied that qualification and I'm dumb. There's absolutely no way. This is a hard course.
And got through it.
Exactly.
I got through it.
And finished it.
You can apply and drop out.
Exactly. And
That's
finished
true.
it.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm dumb. I think that's a great hack to sit down. I'm gonna do it now. I'm okay, this process is failing. Is it me? Because I'm not dumb. So clearly it's the process itself.
Honestly, 9 out of 10, you are never the problem.
Right? It's
You
not
are-
me. I didn't do anything wrong.
I could never be the problem. No.
Can't be me.
It can't be me.
No way.
Even if my syntax is wrong,
But
why
it's
can't you
not
just pick
me.
up the syntax? You know what I'm trying to say?
Or
But no.
show me with front-end development, like I said, it's difficult. It doesn't give you the line that's a problem.
Exactly.
With backend,
say.
I know which line, and then okay.
Just tell me error at line 59
Exactly.
and point to that
Exactly.
Because you sometimes you go error at line 59. Line 59 is empty.
That's the
There's
thing.
nothing.
That's the thing.
What are you talking? Just be smart enough. You are code for heaven's sake.
Whoever's creating these IDEs,
Please just say error at line 59 and it is just say you added an extra
did not add a
semicolon.
semicolon.
Yes. You have 2 semicolons. You are missing a semicolon. Don't just put error. How am I supposed to know?
I am telling you.
I didn't build you. How can you you can't self-sustain yourself?
All right. Anyway, moving right along. So, looking at the career of data science, I know you haven't been in it too long, but what trends do you think we should look out for, especially again people who want to get into the career of data science? They're working towards it. What are the trends we should look out for? Is AI an in thing or what else?
Yeah. I mean, AI, I don't think we're going to lose it anytime soon. You know, it's coming in stronger and stronger. And people are just working around, okay, how do we use it responsibly?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's also, it has its benefits. So I think AI makes life easier. It's like a little assistant, you know, that you can like, hey, you know, this is like kind of like an error I'm getting. What then happens here? I mean, that kind of helps. So I think empowering yourself, upskilling in the use of AI. Because you have to be very responsible.
Yeah.
I am so scared of like AI being used but not responsibly. Because I think, I don't know if I can say this, but I saw like Deloitte now is paying something because they used AI and then something happened, whatever. I didn't like read this.
The full story.
Yeah. But then it's like those kind of stuff that kind of like are scary. And this goes to show that there is like a gap to fill in terms of like the use of AI. Because we need to really understand why and what we need to use it for and how.
Yeah.
So I think, for me right now, the biggest thing is like AI.
Yeah.
And speaking of AI, what's your take on people vibe coding through?
Yeah, but what's vibe coding?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Maybe
Vibe coding.
Should I retract my question?
No, I'm
Okay,
actually
so
interested. What's vibe coding?
Vibe coding is so people who they might not necessarily have studied data science or whatever career, they needed to study to get there, right? And all they do is use AI to build the whole thing. So they will prompt AI. AI will build the whole thing that does everything that you're doing. However, it might happen that they're building this thing, but they don't really understand. All they care about is, I've prompted it, it's given me a program, and that's it.
No, like what I do.
What are you saying now?
And other days, I don't know. I'm just like, this needs to run today.
Oh my gosh, no. But I think like my answer is kind of also in your question, where you also say they will prompt,
Yes.
get a response, and not understand it.
But is it possible to like actually like you understand nothing what's going on
So I'll give you an experience I had. So I attended a hackathon not too long ago. So I didn't have a team, and you can build a team.
Yeah.
Whoever is sort of accepted after doing your assessment, which means you're now part of the hackathon, and then you can just build a team with whoever is there. So I happened to be in a team with three guys, and then we weren't too sure of our direction, right?
Okay.
But then eventually we decide on what we're going to build. And then this guy is prompting. I didn't know. I'm thinking, okay, you are, prompts. And then we've got a system going.
Okay.
But there's an error at a particular place, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, no, man, I've seen something similar in front end. I know that you need to do this and this on the React page, whatever, you know? And he didn't know what I meant because he prompted, it gave him code, he took the code, put it in, and it gave him a running system.
No, then that's different because, there's a difference between you're prompting to say, okay, I'm trying to build maybe an
Let's
application.
say I'm building a simple site.
Exactly. I'm trying to build an application because I've built like websites on code I didn't, like on a language I didn't know.
Yes.
But you understand what's going on in the code,
Understand
right?
a bit of
Because just like,
syntax, 'cause
okay,
you've
there's an
got-
if statement there. Okay, I need to pass maybe I need to
But
pass
a
the
vibe
variables here.
coder might not even
At
know.
all. Then
For example,
how you-
so the website is working, but maybe there's a nuance. Maybe I need to add her name as a user, and then it needs to do something, right?
Yeah.
So that nuance step, the AI itself didn't take that into consideration. So the website works, but there are certain things it's not doing as you wish it could because of the code itself has some sort of change that you need to do, but you don't understand the code that it gave you. You just prompted it for a React page that does wada.
That's weird.
So that's vibe coding.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, no. But I think the other thing is that like AI will give you something.
Yes,
And
definitely.
it'll work.
It will give you
However.
something. You know? It's just that you need to also understand
Yes.
what do I actually need.
100%.
Because, for example, if you say build me a C# backend, whatever,
It will build that.
it will build it. It will work, but maybe there's a line that needs tweaking.
Even let's say if
but
I
now
say
you don't know the C# code.
even
or
if I say
some
build
basic.
me an Angular project,
Yes, it will do
creating
that.
the Angular project itself
It
is
will-
your responsibility because now you must go and create the folder ng what, and it's not gonna say
It
ng.
might give you the folders, it might give you everything, but there are certain things that might need human intervention. But now, if you don't understand the code, you are vibing.
Then I guess the conclusion is that AI will not replace human beings.
It will not. There's
won't.
always
So if
a
you've
human
been scared
intervention.
that AI will replace you,
Yeah, I think that's been like the least of my worries.
like the fact that I'll be replaced by AI.
I know
not at
as
all.
long as it still says AI makes mistakes, please what
Exactly.
And I don't think we'll ever get to a point where it's perfect. I don't
Because
think
it's built by a human by a human being. It did not wake up one day and say, "I'm going to be an AI and start replacing people." Someone built that model, so someone will go and modify that model as they wish and as they want. One day, maybe someone will switch off all the AI models out there, and we won't have AI anymore. You don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But sorry, just to close off this AI conversation. Sorry, you just spoke AI, and I was like, I have questions.
yeah.
What someone said to that statement when people say it will take over, she says, I don't know her name, so I can't credit her, but it was on a live that I was listening to. She said what she asks people who say AI will replace us. She says, don't you remember a time when we used to go into the bank with literal papers to write out a deposit slip? And nowadays we go to the ATM, you can deposit. That's exactly what it is. So her statement is, look at your job, look at things that are maybe mundane and see how you can use AI to assist you. But it's not that it will replace you. It will enhance your day to day, just like how it has enhanced our lives in the banking industry. We go to ATMs, we can do everything on the ATM. You don't need to be in there. So yeah.
Definitely. And when I started working, AI wasn't like, and I'm not that old, but when I started working, AI wasn't like, a thing. It was Stack Overflow. Like that was the end. And people aren't talking about Stack Overflow like that now. Like,
I saw someone using it on Friday, and I'm like,
because every time I'm just
There's
like, when you have an
ChatGPT.
error now,
just take the error.
you
to
are not even
ChatGPT.
copying it to the internet. You just go straight to ChatGPT. I have this error, and this is what I did. What did I do? What should I
Yes,
fix
what
it? And
should
then it
I-
will tell you
yeah.
fast. So I just think it's a productivity thing because now if I had to go to Stack Overflow, maybe it won't give me the answer. And I had to go back, check another website,
yes.
go back, check Medium.
But even with AI, it might give you something close to it, but maybe you need to prompt better.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
moving right along.
I miss Stack Overflow. Anyways, so let's say someone who wants to get into data science right now, maybe whether they have the qualification or not, because you spoke about that you applied for a graduate program, but well, you applied for one. So you guys just apply for as many as you
Yes,
want,
please
okay?
do.
You are not here, okay?
But you did say there was option 1 and 2, right?
But her option was to go back and continue
Honors or yes?
But I'm saying they are not here. When I apply, okay? Apply
I think I'll take her.
apply for all of them. Because then they reject you for the honors as well.
Yeah, difficult.
So, but someone sitting at home who wants to get into the field, data science, whether they have the qualification or not, what advice would you give them to at least help them, shape them or guide them into the right direction to say, okay, this is what you can do to at least try and land a job?
Okay.
in data science? Yeah.
Do you like problem solving?
Okay.
Number one,
Okay.
love it. Don't just like it. I feel like love it. You know, problems come
Yes.
every day. You know, and it's a thing of trying to understand not just why there's a problem, but how it came about. So I think problem solving, if you want to like come into like data science, just make sure you have like a very strong problem solving thing. And so that goes hand in hand with like the critical thinking thing. And then I think, you know, in terms of like coding, I think Python is more topical,
Okay.
you know, but every institution is different
Okay.
and every team is different. But have some basic knowledge of like here and there, maybe one or two. Into data science, Python is very like desirable. So you can come in with that. I mean, we use SAS, but SAS is very simple. It's like SQL.
Okay.
So especially in like data science, because there's like a lot of tables that you need. Okay, I need this from that and that and that. Knowing how to like, okay, how would I do this in SQL? So SQL R, I think those are very important, topical, desirable. Yeah, and then analysis as well.
Okay.
It's not always about like making things pretty. They might look pretty, but what story are you trying to tell? So invest in your storytelling from like just numbers.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
All right. So it's not far to look back, but if you were to look back to the beginning of the career of data science, are there anything that you could have maybe done differently, or do you feel that every path that you took thus far is perfect?
You know, there are things that I feel like I could have done differently.
Okay.
I am right now. I'm just trying, like personally, just to me outside of like the career, but I mean career induced. It's a thing of like giving myself time,
All right.
Okay.
like time off. You know, just to like think about me and not think about work. Because I feel like every time I have like this one single problem, I want to like dwell on it and be like, wait, what needs to happen? And then I don't give myself like some time to kind of like go back, reset, and then come back with like a fresh mind. Something I'm working on.
Okay.
And then another thing is, well, looking back, I think investing in my problem finding.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I am very quick to try and solve a problem, but I want to take less time trying to find the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So you see, problem solver, but you have to find the problem first
Yeah.
and try and say, okay, I'm gonna solve it now, but is it also gonna be like a solution for the next time something like this happens? So that's like, it's kind of like a development, but I wish it was like something that was there at like the beginning. But you live and you learn.
Yeah.
True.
You live and you learn. You make these mistakes, and then, but that's why, like, make the mistakes, because that's the only way you learn, and that's the only way you adapt and
That's
adjust.
nice. I think that's a nice
Yeah,
point. Problem
it is.
finding.
Yeah.
Because I think people are very fast to say, okay, there's
Yeah,
a problem.
given something.
Let's solve it. Like this is the
typing.
let's start
Yeah.
typing. But let's figure out where the problem stems from. You
Yeah.
know. And I think therapy also helps.
Oh my.
But also, I think I just want to add to your point of, you know, and I've noticed this, and I think it's something that I also struggled with when I started working. When you focus too much on work, right? And especially if you're still young, and have something to look to like forward to, especially on weekends, whatnot.
Yes.
I think that helped me a lot because when I started working, when I would be bored after work, I'm just like, let me just work. you'd be bored on weekends, you have nowhere to go, you open your laptop because just like I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So finding hobbies and like investing in meeting up with your friends, if you have friends or family, whatever the case may be, but just like looking forward to doing something outside your work, I think also helps you become happy at work because now I feel like, I could be wrong, sometimes I feel like people who are depressed at work don't have like,
I have a story.
like don't have
Not a
things.
story. Like I also have noticed the same thing, but
Yeah.
with someone recently. It's like, okay, I think the reason why this person is acting this way is because they just don't have hobbies or
Like-
things outside of work.
This is your life. Like this is your whole entire life. This is your personality. You wake up every day, all you're thinking about is just like work. You're not thinking about, I'm seeing my friends this weekend. I'm excited. I'm going hiking.
Yeah.
We're going on a date. I'm going painting. Like just do something. And I think like which is I'm saying, people have noticed that people are like depressed at work. People are like, when I'm not show me when
I think that's true. Like, that's very true. Having something to do outside of, like, it doesn't even have to be like a big thing.
exactly.
It could be you taking a walk. Like, that's something
Yes.
outside of work. Yeah.
Just like look forward to seeing your just step away from work because I feel like it's so easy for work to consume you, especially if you deal like in problems and whatnot.
Yep.
You
Your mind
every
is
day
constantly-
exactly.
Yeah.
People in tech know you could be sleeping and you're thinking, I think I know where the error is.
Yeah.
You could be
Yeah.
sleeping.
I hate that.
It's very easy to like fall into that trap.
Exactly.
Because at some point it gets fun. You're like, oh my gosh, yes, let's do this. Now you have successful runs. Now it's 3 a.m. You're still there. Yes.
Yes.
So
So
Or you go to bed and you know that you still haven't resolved it, but it's like it's bedtime.
It's
I'm
like-
tired.
but it's haunting
it's
you.
Still,
You are sleeping and just like
still there.
I think I have to remove that if
Yes.
statement.
And
Ne?
you're like, oh yes, I got it, but now you can't sleep.
And then you go and you solve it and it doesn't work. Now you are there sitting and just like,
Yes.
okay, so
Yeah,
if this
Shem,
didn't work.
you know that part about programming and
Is-
coding is
yeah.
the part that I don't like because you can't sleep.
But why do we dream
peacefully.
about code? Like,
I don't know.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know.
my demon. Honestly, because why am I dreaming about work? I just want to sleep. But now suddenly I know. But anyways, and you did mention that if data science didn't exist, you would have been a doctor. Okay. Do you think you would have enjoyed being a doctor?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But are you happy in your career now?
Yes.
You happy?
Yeah, I am very, like, I feel like, I don't want to make it my personality.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
This is
You know?
me.
Like, this is me. Like, this is,
Yeah. I get
It's
you.
good. It's great.
And
Because then you'll enjoy every day of your work. It's like doing what you love, as they say.
Yeah, I always like tell like everyone or like people that if I didn't love it, I would have been like, I would have been depressed.
Yes.
I get you.
So because you know what, like the problems are not always like that easy. So sometimes you have like something that's like frying your brain. And if I didn't love it, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
True.
But because it's like, wow. And also like the end result of like solving, it's like,
Yes.
I knew I could do
That
this. This was
feeling.
easy.
But I wonder how, like, because I've told Tobeka when she's asked me before if is money always my driving point? Well, it is, obviously, always. But you have to have like a little bit of passion into what you're doing,
Yes.
because it's not all roses every day. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder how people who don't love their jobs and they're just doing it just because you spend your whole entire life, you'll spend the most time at work. In a day, you spend 8 hours at work. And the other times you are sleeping, the other half of the day, the other times you're doing like smaller kind of things, but consistently you're 8 hours
In that
every
place.
Monday to Friday in that
Yeah.
place. So you have to love what you do.
You have to love
So people who hate what they do, I actually feel sorry for them, because how do you do it
Yeah.
for so long, like every day?
wonder.
And let's say, for example, okay, it could be sometimes I feel that my team has also been able to carry me, because like sometimes work gets so stressful, and if I didn't like them,
Also,
exactly,
hey,
if I didn't like
yo.
them, I would have been like, yo,
Also,
But being able to laugh with them, and sometimes you just forget that I'm even at work. I'm like, oh, gonna system 17. Let's be professional.
We have to work.
We have to work. So I just don't know how people do it. But actually, I feel kind of sorry for them.
I think also teams like contribute like a lot.
Right?
Like I always like we were in a like the grad. I think we were like 100 grads or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But and then you get like some people that don't, like
They don't like people.
yeah, and then like I know like a few people that have left because they just couldn't do it. And then I always like look at my team and I'm like, oh
what a team. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, guys.
I won.
wow, and it's very important. I feel like now my team has like literally carried me. In terms of like the support as well.
Yeah.
Like that goes a long way. You can love it all the way. Because also you have to love it and also be able to like, what, if I'm struggling with this, I know who to go to.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Then you're not like all alone. So that's also a very huge factor.
Yep.
All right. No, this was interesting.
Very.
So I hope someone at home that wants to join or maybe become a data scientist, they've learned a lot. So if you don't like problems, just find another career.
But I think I wanted to highlight the skills that you spoke of, because you also spoke about storytelling. Storytelling is a skill.
It is.
It's not, you don't just wake up and have it. Like you really have to work on it. And then I think that's why some of us join Toastmasters, because we want to harness those,
Those skills.
So yeah, storytelling is very important. And I think it goes across whether you are a developer or whatever tech field you're in. Because at the end of the day, you need to explain it to someone else who doesn't know. And I get frustrated if someone can't explain what they did, because now I need to take it over. So give it to me straight.
Yeah.
But now if you can't explain it, and I think storytelling is a good way to actually tell someone what it is.
Yeah, I wish it's a skill that people can learn, because like I'm so confused every day at work. Just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing
but
it.
I think it's the assumption that even if you are in a technical background, you speak tech.
Hey, guys, let's speak
Like
English, man.
Speak more English than tech. I promise you'll get far.
Like, don't tell me LGD. I don't want to know that. Just tell me what I'm supposed to do in English. But yeah, anyways, on a real though, we really hope that, people took some nuggets, and maybe someone will now start looking at Python and start looking at SAS and whatever the case may be. SAS also is not like, there's SAS for software development, which is software as a service. There's SAS for data, which is SAS, SAS. Not SAAA. Yes. So there's
jargon.
there's SAS this side, which is SAAS, but there's also SAS SAS, which is it's like a tool.
I actually assumed it's SAAS.
Is it like it's like a Visual Studio but for data, kind of, ne?
Yeah, it's like a statistical.
It's like is it an IDE, like or Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code, something like that?
Gonna log.
Okay.
Yeah, but this says, so if you
I'll research.
Yes, and also OLEBOGENG does post vlogs on her TikTok every day in the life of the data scientist. So just follow her, and maybe you'll get some insight on her day-to-day life, and reach out to her if you're interested in anything. But other than that, that is it from us. Do you want to add anything?
I'm all good.
Any last words?
It's possible. Honestly, anything you want is possible, but do you have a fewer options? Do you have like more options than I did? And I'm living, I'm learning, loving it, and it's great.
Happiness.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Until next time, it is us, the Tech Sisters, signing out.
Bye.